So the last couple days I've been running a fever, have not felt good at all, and basically been kind of laying around inside most of the day. But you know, these animals still have to be checked every day, so even if I don't do much or get much done, I still need to come out here and make sure that they're doing fine. And the kids have really helped out a lot with making sure everything's fed and watered. But you know, I still got to be out here. I still got to just check on everything and make sure that, you know, nothing was forgotten about. So I got the piggies. Look like they're all out and about today. So it's like probably 30, I think it's probably like around 32 or 33 degrees. So it's a little warmer than probably what they're used to. It's been pretty cold the last several days. But they've been kind of denned up in their home. But as you can see, they're out scavenging around now. I don't know why that bucket's in there, but we probably got to get that out of there. But yeah, we got plenty of food in there. Looks like they wasted most of it. But they're kind of rooting around. We put in some like sweet potatoes and some corn. They're kind of rooting around in that and getting into that. And we've got water in there. So it's all a little bit cold on the top there, but for the most part they got water. We got the line in there, the heater in there, keeping their water from freezing up. So plus they've got the heat lamp in there, so they are doubly toasty. But they seem to be pretty dang happy. We got some tails wagging and just overall pretty good happy pigs. All right, sheep. Looks like they've already ate most of their food. She said they've been fed hay already, but they've already ate most of it, and they look like they're hungry to me, so I'll give them some more. Maybe it was just more of the fact that y'all wanted to get out, huh? So something that I just noticed, look at all these scratches right here. I don't know how well they show up in the GoPro, but something was scratching the heck out of this area. And what I assume is probably trying to get into here, because this is where I open it up to get my eggs. And so I don't know if they smelled something in there, a cracked egg, or just chicken bedding, or what, or if they thought maybe this is a way to get in. But you can see that there's a ton of scratches, which is pretty concerning to me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set up a camera, a wildlife camera out here, and just see if whatever this was comes back. Because, you know, you got to think when it gets cold like this, not only are, you know, our animals more hungry and more apt to, you know, burn more calories to try to stay warm, but there's, you know, critters out there too. They're all looking for food and they need more calories, and they're all hungry. And there's just not as much when there's snow on the ground. It's not as easy to get, and they're consuming calories a lot less, and they're burning a lot more calories. So these wild animals, sometimes they'll get desperate. And we've had raccoon problems before, we've had possum problems before, we've had fox problems before, all of the above. So I'm gonna put a camera on there, and we'll see if we catch anything here in the next couple days. And if we do, we'll put some traps out and we'll see if we can solve the issue. I have the deer I shot sitting here beside me, or behind me, and this cold weather has been beneficial for letting this deer hang. I haven't had to get to it. It's essentially frozen solid right now, so can't really ask for much better than that. It's basically been a walk-in cooler out here, but need to be getting the skin off of that and start butchering that up and getting her in the freezer. Got some new freezer bags from outofair.com sent me, so I am going to be using those to package a lot of that up. Usually I use butcher paper, but this vacuum seal should last a little bit longer, or a lot a bit longer possibly. We'll kind of see. We're going to be using them and trying them out. So the year before last, this low area right here, I believe it used to be a pond, but it's dried out. The dam is gone. The dam is on the neighbor's property, which all used to be one person's family, but it all got split up. Anyway, the dam is no longer there. It no longer holds water. But so essentially it's just like this giant bowl, three-sided bowl of a low spot. And so it would be very hard to mow like in the spring and stuff. It would be, the grass would be growing, but it would be so wet that I could never hardly get it mowed. And it was just a pain, so I started to let it grow up, but then that looked bad. And so my wife got the idea, well, let's just, when we can mow it, we'll mow it and we'll till it up as best we can, and then we'll put wildflower seeds on there. And that's exactly what we did. We tried to get native wildflowers, which I'm skeptical if they're actually native to our area. So if anybody is knowledgeable about finding real native seeds and like finding out how you can get them for your specific, like your specific area, like native seeds, let me know, because I'm looking for something like that that's like a little affordable anyway. But we did the best we could trying to get some native flowers, some flowers that were beneficial to pollinators that are around this area, as well as insects around this area. And what we found when we did that, like I said, we did it 2 years ago. I did just a little bitty patch right over there. And then I took the seeds from that, and as you can see, I've expanded it to at least 50% of this area, I would say. And what I've noticed is we've had all kinds of wildlife in this area, and I want to do an entire video on like just how much this area has changed. This went from basically void of wildlife, just a piece of land that we mowed, so just grass, right? Just a monoculture of like grass, maybe a couple different types of grasses at most, to essentially I've seen deer bedding areas down here in this tiny 5-acre farm. We have deer bedding, and you know, we have like maybe 30 trees on the entire, I bet we don't have that many. I bet we don't have 30 trees. I bet we have 20 trees on this entire 5-acre farm. And so it's not a heavily wooded place. We're surrounded by woods, but our specific land, our 5 acres, is not very many trees. So it's amazing to me that just by planting some tall native flowers and plants, that we're starting to get deer feel secure enough to bed on this tiny little piece of tractive area on our 5 acres. Not only that, but I see tons and tons of rabbits. I see tons and tons of squirrels, and just in the summer there was a ton of birds. In the insects were all over the place. Different insects that I don't usually see. You know, you don't usually see, they're not super common, right? A bunch of different bees, not just honeybees, but like several native bees. We had a ton of bumblebees out here. My gosh, I could go on and on about the insects and the butterflies and the moths and the birds and all that stuff. Those are really cool things. And then seeing the bigger game animals, not necessarily bigger, but like squirrels and rabbits and stuff, that was really cool to see as well. So next year, I really want to dig into this, get more native stuff, get this place. I want to plant some trees. I've planted one tree over there, a willow, which I'm not really sure if that's a native willow. It's got the spirally branches, so I'm gonna have to do some more research on that. It may come out if I don't think that it's gonna be feasible. But we did get some river birch in. River birch is native for sure, and it's growing very well. And I'm just walking around here kind of in the winter. We've got snow, so obviously with the snow I can see a ton of these tracks, and we got just, they're all over the place. It's really cool to see. So, you know, you've got, I can't really tell what this is exactly. Possibly a fox, I'm not sure. But as you can see, there's a ton of bird tracks all over the place. There's some kind of trail that leads up to that was from the last snow that we got. And we got more snow last night. And these are all just fresh stuff. Got something walking around over here in these evergreens. Yeah, also, again, I'm not sure what that is. I would say it's probably rabbit, maybe. I'm not really entirely sure because this snow's had more snow on top of it, but it's just really cool to see all this wildlife. So, yeah, it's more neat to watch this than basically, you know, a grassy field or whatever. So, it's a good use. It's not a profitable use, but it's profitable in the fact that providing, you know, wildlife a place to be when they don't have a lot of places to be anymore, getting less and less. So I like being able to have a little spot where, you know, hopefully I can put a bench or something over there and you can just kind of sit out here, drink some coffee in the morning, and hopefully watch wildlife. May do some videos on just trying to improve that, put some feeders out and stuff maybe. I don't know. We'll just kind of see. If you guys have any ideas, let me know, because I'm up. If I can try to make it happen, I will try to make it happen. I'm all about trying to make wildlife more prevalent and more diverse around the farm. Something you don't see every day, swans. Wish I had my better camera with me. Man, that's cool. Big old group of swans. Awesome. This is a freaking beautiful world, isn't it? Get these suckers back inside.